over there is the border, therefore anyone that lives across that border is our enemy. There's so much animosity, there's so much history, there's so much old blood. It's in our cells.
Being in Lebanon and the war, there's a lot of tension, there's a lot of anger, a lot of negative emotions.
You see on the news this horrible thing, how do you know your son wasn't in there?
The situation has been really bad for a while, so there is that fear lurking all the time.
I was in New York teaching a teacher training. There was a woman from Lebanon teaching Islamic women, and the Jewish women were teaching Jewish Orthodox women.
This woman was a person, I could never do this with in Israel, and I could never do this with her in Lebanon.
I wanted to go and explore the possibility of changing people's lives.
Peace in the Middle East, it's too big, it's huge. I tried to organize a group of students that would be interested in yoga for peace in the Middle East, and they grew and grew and grew. I mean, the first meeting was 5, the second was 10, the third was 25, and by the fourth it was 35 people. And it was very moving.
I've always wanted to do some sort of humanitarian work. And when I discovered yoga and I discovered, the possibility of being able to change things in my community, in my country, even at the smallest of scales, being that instrument that's going to allow people to recenter themselves within the horror that surrounds them I can't possibly describe the feeling.
If a Lebanese person can't talk to an Israeli person, that's the reality, that we will press on. They're under fear of cooperating with the enemy, basically.
When I think about my kids being those soldiers and fighting, perhaps her children, I'm petrified. I'm petrified. One of my students decided, well, I want to go to East Jerusalem and teach yoga to Arab Muslims. There's definitely a sense of danger, but she doesn't feel that. She doesn't feel endangered. She feels quite safe and she feels respected. One woman said specifically that she was just in shock. She couldn't believe that she had, in the last 3 lessons, been taught by a Jewish Israeli. And it shocked her, but she showed up the next time. In spite of borders, when people commonly breathe in and breathe out together, there's a sense of connection that goes beyond our mental understanding.